Morning, guys. Uh, the Lord has risen you all. That means He's not done with you. It means we are still going together. Okay. So, let's continue from where we left. Okay. Uh, this is NZD USD. I'm sure you cannot see. Mm, this is NZD USD. Uh, so what did we say last night? I told you you can only consider this level once price breaks below it. This one. When you can see price broke below even that slightest break there. Okay. So what does this mean to us now? Now that we've seen uh price breaking and having this level. Hmm? This is a very important level also. Wait, I think it should be try to do this. So it should be somewhere here. Uh let's see. Okay. Uh yeah, it should be somewhere here. You can see. Yeah, you see. Uh, yeah, this is how it should be. Should be all this zone here, moving up to this point. Why? Because you can see we have one, we have two, we have three, we have four, we have five. So, what does this mean? Mm, or maybe, we're supposed to draw it like this. What do you think? Because that's the only way it makes sense. If this is an OG level, you see? Absolutely. Yeah, so I was supposed to make it, see? Because then it's touching one, two, three touches. And this one we've drawn is also having one, two. Let's see if this side will have anything. Yeah, I'm sure there should be something new. Uh, yeah, this is how it was supposed to be. Uh, there should also be one here. Remember, an OG level is just a range. There should also be one. Something different. Remember, when we're talking about where to come from, I was saying this might be our take profit And you can see even the weekly, it's where price is having an OG level as well. Uh, so I think here we made the mistake with drawing the OG level. Yeah, yeah, makes sense that way. Because if you look at this level here, one, two, if one, two can even increase it like this, it makes sense. Yeah. Because if you look at the 4 hour time frame, then all this makes sense, you see? This becomes our other level because price has not taken it out. This becomes our other level. And this becomes the new level because this is where price has made the new lower low, the daily time frame. Okay. What I mean is once price breaks above this level here, the daily time frame, we are going to be bullish in the daily time frame. Okay. Meaning this pair has to buy. And we can only sell when it goes bearish. You see? So this means that we should we should only hope for an entry now. So everything is now perfect. Uh, and what we can do is wait for price to give us an entry. Yeah. So this is why I always tell you first thing, try to be open to with the market, okay? Don't think like uh you will always be right. So imagine if I just stayed with my mindset, okay, price, not until price comes back here, then I'll sell. You see? But if I open my mind to change, then I can discover, oh, I made the mistake. This was also supposed to be an OG level. You see? Uh, Not because price hasn't tested it yet, but because when price was buying, this was a level I had rejected from and bought further. You see? And not that we are selling at this point, but the sale is starting from price this OG level here, this one here. And if we want, we can draw it like this. You see, everything makes sense. Either I choose to draw it in this way, it will still make sense because it will have the touches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see? Uh, and even this one also will make sense because it also have 1, 2, 3, 4, you see, and 5 and 6 also. See? So all these were OG levels, and mm, either we choose to respect this one, it's the same thing. Let me show you something. Either if we choose to do this, uh, price retested my OG level, not only a rejection, and price has given me daily engulfing. And price is just retesting. my daily position to sell more. And if you can see, this is way, way near to my OG level here. Meaning I can sell here, there's no problem. And this OG level only came about with confirming that I'm not selling at the point where price isn't respected, okay? In short, I'm not selling at the no trade zone because if I highlight this, this is also a very strong OG level. You see, that's the whole point. So it's still one and the same thing, guys. Uh, don't be confused. I've only done this to make it look neat like this. Okay. But the trades is starting from this point. Because this is an OG level, this is also an OG level. Okay, let me make it in this way. So, uh, what happens is, we'll just be waiting for price to come back here, and then we'll sell. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, we have a very nice entry. Where if we get that push, and then we get that bearish engulfing. Just do something. This is what I'm looking for. Then we can enter our sell. Okay. Can choose to put our stop right above this level and target this low. Yeah. Mm, yeah. And target this low. We'll start. Or can choose to put our stop right above here if you want to be a bit more conservative. Okay. But since we're buying with the daily structure point, makes sense for us to come out at this point here to look at it. Yeah. Mm, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. This one is this is the trade we'll take. Then we can come out from this level if you want. Yeah. Okay. Mm, mhm. So let's just wait and see what price ends up doing. And then you can decide, you can pick it up from there. But I like this so far. Next thing we have is Euro GBP. I told you don't mind this retest, this break. Price will come and retest this level. And you can see price is on its way now. And if you look at the 4 hour time frame, you can see that price finally took out what? The the low high. So that's why the new higher high. So we are now bullish. See? So now we just expect price to start making these big moves, okay? Until we're at this point, then we can apply the shift and the daily confirmation and all that. So this should teach you that when you're trading, if price leaves you, don't panic too much. Because imagine if you tried to sell at this point just because price gave a break retest and engulf in here. This wouldn't have done anything for us. You see? Uh, so what do we do about it? I remember telling you guys, just wait. Uh, wait and price will come back to this level and give you back your entry. So, uh, price will come back here because we waited. And if it doesn't do that, that's still fine. The market isn't going anywhere. Even tomorrow, you find an entry, a better opportunity even. So don't be in a rush with yourself because you end up making wrong trades, just to show the market that you are also present. One advice I would give you is make the market miss you, you know, make it miss you so it wonders why uh why this person uh isn't placing any trades, you know. It's the only business where you don't get fired or suspended because you've been not attending work for a month. You still get paid when you choose to get paid. Okay. So, uh, the thing is, uh, if you try to rush it, it will take you out of the game. Uh-huh. Because even if in a week, let's say in a month, uh, in a month you have maybe roughly 48 weeks. Okay. Doesn't mean you really have to take all these 48 trades all that year. You can even just take 20, but these 20, you might win 10 and lose 10. Okay? You might lose 10 and win 10. Okay? Let's say you are making per trade 3,000. So that's 10 times 3,000. So you made 30,000. You see? Then you lost 10 minus 10,000. If you're risking 1,000, meaning that year you made 20,000. That's fine. That's still fine. You see? Um, this same thing can be multiplied if you were making 50,000 and you took 20 trades that year, or 30 and you won 15, you made 750,000. You see? But you lost, let's say, 750,000. You lost, you lost, maybe you lost 10. We lost 1,606. 1,606. Okay, let me just say 160K. Yeah. So this is 750 minus 160. So you made 590,000. So you see, what I'm saying is it's not about the amount of trades you take, it's the quality of the trades you take, okay? Because you can take all 48 and lose 40 and win 8. Or if they told you the all 40, you only get 8 good trades, but you will not take the rest of the 40 trades. Which one would you pick? Because that's the worst scenario. You have 48 trades. You have 48 trades. You have 48. And they tell you you can only take 8 that year and win all. You win them all. Okay? Or you take all 48, uh, you lose 40, okay? And win 8. Among these two traders, um, who's most likely to be emotionally intelligent about his strategy? This guy lost 40 times and only won 8. And this guy who saw 40 chances, okay? He saw 40 chances, excuse my spelling, but only took 8 because none of the 40 made sense to him. You see? This one will be bent out. He might even stop. This one might just say it was a bad year, but at least I made, if he was risking 1 million, I made 8 million. That's fine. If this guy was also risking 1 million and he lost 40 million and only made 80 back that year, he's likely to quit. Why? Because they are trying to take the maximum trades just so they can show the market that I deserve a win, okay? But remember, uh, there's this important say quote by Denzel. Uh, I think the wife told him that she told him just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot done. Like just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting anything done. And this happened to me. Some point I wanted to trade every day, every day, every day, every day from Monday to Friday. Oh, you don't know how I felt sad when it was Fridays because I wanted to do something every Friday, every Monday to Friday. And imagine I would always put in some money in it at $10 every week. I have to find that $10 I'll trade with. And if I lose it on Monday, my whole week is ruined, you know. But and I realized just because you're doing a lot more, you're not getting anything done. It changed me, you know. It changed me. Because when I went back to all the mistakes, I realized most of the trades I took were so wrong that I didn't even want to look back at them. It's like, you're really, you go in the market, you're looking for a trade, you're most likely to see one because you are just searching for a trade, you know. But when you go in the market trying to analyze and see what makes sense and what doesn't, and if you see nothing makes sense, you close the laptop and call it a day, you're less likely to see anything wrong. Why? Because you value each step you take, not because you like the pair, but because it makes sense. You see? So when you're in this business, it's not about the numbers of trades you take, it's about the quality. Okay. And I can tell you since April, I think third week, first week of April, up to now, I think I've not taken more than 4 trades, and that's been 8 weeks in between. So that's just some advice I wanted to give you. Just be patient and you make more. Okay? Because remember, we come into this business for financial freedom. So you can do it when you want to. You can do it when you see something that will make you money. Okay. Now you want to treat it as a bet slip or a betting platform. That's when you get it misled and you lose. Because this is a job. This is someone's job right here. People are risking their lives here. Some people are making decisions of how the economy of the country will be just right here. British pound is trying its best not to lose value from the euro just right here. Just right here, Then boom, if you come here and try to make this a betting platform, trust me, you'll go nowhere. I've tried that before. Hmm, tried that before. Anyway, the next thing we have is USD card. Uh, we are waiting for price to retest this level. Then we can buy. So with the way price is looking, you can see that we might get the retest this week, especially if you can have a nice push today. Then the next one can be next on Friday or Monday. But I really love to buy this pair. Yeah. Mm, the next thing is ADNZD. Remember what I was telling you, just because it's selling doesn't mean we've been left out. Just wait. The price is running back here now. You see? Mm, let's just wait for price to come back at this point. Then we can apply the daily movement and the shift. But what I like is now the 4 hour is bullish. So at once we're at this point and we get that shift, um, price will be ready to sell. You see? That's the whole point. Yeah, so that's what we'll be waiting for. Um, then we can cut something there. So now we are no longer worried about this point, this lower high, because we are bullish. We'll be worried about the new lower high we make at this level here. Okay? Uh, so that's the old jug. Mm, okay. Uh, the last thing is ADJPY. I'm still waiting for price to come back here. And price seems not to be doing that. But I like the way it's moving. Because once we get the break above this lower high, then I'll know price will get the momentum to come and retest this level so I can buy sell next week. So that's it for now, and I'll see you the next session to see if we can get an entry. Okay, take care, guys. Have a lovely morning. Mhm. Mm, Welcome back, guys. So let's see what the market has done for us. Mm, Start with this one. Mm, So you can see price didn't give us the retest we need for now. And wow, uh, price ended up making a 4 lower low, as you can see. Um, so let's go through this markets and see why the market is showing us this, right? Uh, so this is NZD-USD. Uh, what we wanted was price to break below this level, and price did. You see, when price break below this level, we chose to consider this OG level here. Okay? This OG level here. But what ended up happening was the price testing this OG level like it's supposed to do, so we can sell. Uh, Either this was the retest. You can see that the engulfing has happened way far from the point. You see? And the initial test was we wanted price to be at this point. Wanted price to be at this level. But price didn't come back here. It ended up making a new lower low. What does this mean? This means that when price breaks above, uh, when price retests here, price will go bullish, meaning we'll have to wait for price to go bearish by then we sell. So this means that price has left us, which feels bad, but it's fine. You can see we had a very nice perfected and shoulder. Price broke below. It's a very nice engulfing. Last night close. So the only thing that we wanted was price to retest this level here. Okay. Um, so when price comes back to this point, price will go bullish. That's just the fact. Okay. And yeah, when we can't buy because price does something like this. Can't say when price does something like this and rejects here. No, 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 no. That wasn't the plan. Because then price has a very high chance of taking out this 4-hour time frame. And price is at this point. Okay? Because if this is selling, this means that we should wait for price to come back at this small point there. See that small point there. Then check for me. Uh, that smallest, tiniest point there. That's where we can expect so from. Because price has ended up making a new lower low, and it has given us a very perfect holding candle that we needed. I just don't understand why it didn't do that for us. But that's the market. You don't have to understand everything sometimes. All you have to know is trust in your strategy, okay? So if this closes with this bearish close, this is fine. I'm just waiting for price to come back at this point, and then you can sell. As simple as that. Okay? No, so don't get discouraged. It would have just been a clean trade, and I told you we might take this. All we wanted was just a small push and a decent retest, and in the offering, price chose not to give that. Maybe in the lower time frame it did. Let's see. No, not even in the lower time frame. The lower time frame, this is when price has made a new lower low for a 2-hour time frame. Meaning for a 2-hour time frame, you have to wait for price to come back here. Then you can sell here. This is for a 2-hour time frame. As you can see that the perfect, I think even in the 1 hour, yeah, it's the same thing. Even in the 1 hour, this is when price shifted. So at the 4-hour time frame, we can't sell at this point. You can only sell when price is back in this level. And that is what we wait for. Okay? Does it feel bad? Yeah, it is. Uh, but how do we respond to it? We do nothing, change nothing. Okay? Because if this was a winning trade, this was our entry, this engulfing was maybe our entry, we would be happy right now. You see? So we change nothing. Uh, we just wait and see what the market will do next. That's the only key. Okay? Yeah, so uh that's why I really like when I'm getting these retests, everything is the 4 hour goes bullish, you see? So if the 4 hour was bullish when I was getting price to retest this level here, this would have been my 4 hour lower high. You see, and it would have been a very easier shift and I would have easily sold at this point. It's way bad when everything is in line because when price starts retesting, we now expect a new lower low in the 4 hour time frame or a certain structure like this one for you to sell. See? And there are situations where price doesn't even give you this. Okay. But I think what I've learned is maybe it would have entered once price made the new lower low. But still, no, that's not logical because when we get the new lower low, we always get the retest. The one was supposed to have there. You see? With this one. So this retest was supposed to happen. And we're supposed to have an engulfing. Then we're supposed to get our sale perfect. Okay? Because if we follow this engulfing, our entry was supposed to be something like this. Or stop loss here, just all the way above here, like we've seen in our take profit here. This is child's play twice, you see. So we can't put our stop loss rate above there, just be above the week. So our entry would have been somewhere here. See, this is what we would have been playing with. But we just wait. We'll still take this trade. For me, I still believe it. Yeah. To come back here, trust me. And you know the good part is when price comes back here and shifts in the forward time frame, when we catch that sale, you will see how strong price will sell all the way to this point here. Because price will now show us that it doesn't want to buy up for it has visited this level not once but twice. Okay? Because if the daily closes below here, will just be a confirmation that price now wants to start selling for its even close greatly below the this OG level here. Okay. Uh, so we only have we only have this is 5 a.m. right? One, two. We only have four candlestick left, meaning there won't be any trade today. See? Uh, Cause the first one might give us the retest we need. That's New York session. The fourth one, uh, that happens is the one that leads to the close at 1 p.m. And even if it gives us an engulfing, we'll be out of session. So this pair can't trade it today, maybe tomorrow. Just like that, you know what the price will be. You see? Mm. So this is also a very good lesson that uh, when you start making money in this environment and in this field, don't overspend it, okay? Try as much as you can to save it or invest it in something else. Because there will be nights like this months like this where you take no trade, and let's say all you do is spend everything again. How are you going to survive? Now you're trading because you want to eat, and that's the wrong approach. The wrong approach you can take in the markets. It's trading because you want to buy your next deals. because you have no other source of paying your bills. You know, should be you have another source, but you just do it because you love it. And you have, even if that's the case, you still have excess from the amount you've made, okay? So saving is very important for days, for months like this. See? Because I can't just stop selling now because I've been waiting for 2 weeks to get the trade. I have to wait still, regardless of how slow it looks. I have to wait. Okay. Uh, we'll wait for price to come back here, and then we'll catch the sell if it's tomorrow or next week. And trust me, we'll catch a trade this month. And next week will be our third week of June, by the way. The next thing is the daily time frame. And there's nothing there, but I like this push. Remember, us buying from here, selling from here, started from after price respected this level. Take note, price respected this level. You see? Uh, so that's why you are seeing us moving to this point because it engulfed, and when it engulfed, it went to the second OG level. And that's still fine because it's a price. We're not selling away from our level, but at another OG, another daily level. Okay. And if the daily can close like this, and maybe another Friday push, maybe prices plays around here, this would be a very nice trade to sell from at this point. So just wait, the trade doesn't left us, just began its journey, you know. Uh, let's wait. So one we can really use this tool, there's no problem here. And maybe that's why maybe price being left as it was. This retest wasn't, it was clear, but it wasn't a really full daily body close. No. But we'll see what price does next. Uh, we'll see what price does next. Okay. Uh, next is the Euro GBP. Uh, for this one also, I'm still waiting for that daily test. I like how price has rejected and we closed with a bullish pin bar. And when we see a pin bar, we all know what to expect next, right? We expect price to have a bullish close at this point. You see? That's the good part. So everything is just fine. It's just a bit slow. Uh, so we're just waiting for price to come back here with this same bullish momentum, and we'll wait for that shift in the forward time frame, and we'll sell. Trust me, when it's time to sell or buy, the only problem we'll have is where to put our stop loss. Everything will be perfect, perfect. So don't try to rush it. Just wait. Okay? Just wait. Uh, so the next thing is, and by the way, when the daily we test here, you have to wait for the daily holding thing, holding signal. But interestingly, that holding signal will happen because on the 4 will be having that shift. That's when we also see that daily holding candle. Okay? Mm, no, the next thing is USD card. Oh my goodness. We're expecting a very nice drop. The daily just closes bullish. Mm, this might be a new higher low and this will be a higher high. When price comes back here, it will be bearish on the daily time frame. This means we have to wait for price to shift and then we can start buying. So our biggest the only thing what we're going to see is this daily candle shifting from buying to selling today. Not tomorrow, but today. That's the only biggest leverage you can get for now. Because if price breaks above this point here, uh, this will be a bit hard to buy, to buy at this point this week. Mm, okay. Uh, this is a day. It will be very hard. Very hard. But the fall might give us another opportunity. The weekly time from so uh, at this point, now which is the monthly so to give us an opportunity at this monthly point. So mm, yeah, I try to use the weekly making sense. Yeah, this can be an another level only if price closes above this only. Price closes above this level. Mm, but for now, let me think it as we don't need it now. Right now, I believe this price retesting this level. Yeah, yeah. And this same OG level I'm talking about to be also hard to buy because anyway, that's for next week. Now what I need is this retest and let's watch and see how the daily will react today. Okay. A daily reacts at this point, then we can buy. I like this. We can put this one in here. I like a NZD's reaction. We should show you that regardless of our price seems to leave you to come back, just don't worry. Okay. So right now the daily time frame is approaching our level. Mm, and what we need is a sell. So since we need the sell, we need price to come back here. We already saw the daily reacting at the OG level, the full reaction. Price being broke below a second OG level. So we are waiting for price to come back here. Cause then we can sell. We put on the forward time frame. Wanted to sell the moment after price at the shift at this point. Okay. Then we can wait for price to trace back at this point. Then we can sell from this price. Though it was also risky because of the 4 hour lower high was so near to the point. Uh, it didn't even happen, which I liked because price ended up making a new lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now we shifted, we are bullish. So that when price will be retesting this level here, it will be nothing but a bullish momentum, you see? So that I won't be worried about this point there. So since we're here, just wait for the daily shift and then the retest, then the sell. You see? When the time we'll be having this shift here, this is a daily bearish candle when it's on. This shows you that price is holding. You see? So that's why you used to see me. I never used to talk about the forward time frame because once the daily shows me it's holding, this has already happened. That's when I'll just come to you and say, oh, you can see price has shifted. Now price has retested. So price now is ready to sell, ready to buy. You see? Uh, so that's what we are looking for. Uh, I need price to come back here. This one, we also need price to come back here. And this one, we also need price to come back here. AD, JPY, we need price to come back here. As you can see how slow this is looking, so this is obviously something for next week. Uh, man, the next is NCD card. Remember what I was telling you? If price wants to buy, it has to make a new lower low on the forward time frame. Okay, got the forward time frame now. This is what price is trying to do. You see, it's trying to make a new lower low at this point. So once we get that lower low, my only job would be waiting for a shift at this point. That's the only job I'll get. Once we get that shift, that retest, that bullish engulfing breaking above this level, we are on for the buys. You see? So This is where everything becomes tricky. Because if this one continues selling, NZD will continue selling. If this one comes back here and breaks above, NZD will come back at that level and first to give us an entry level. Okay? Because the moment this price breaks below, this becomes a potential level where price can come back in order to either sell more, you see, or break above and take out this higher, lower high. You see? So it's a very tricky, nice situation. But we'll see how it will play out. Um, so first we want to see how the daily closes. The 4 hour breaking below. That will be a first great step for buys next week. You see? AD card. Oh, I didn't really go through this one. We can no longer buy this now. Why? Because the daily is now bearish. This is our lower low. This is our lower high. And we are looking for buys. So need to wait for the daily to shift. And what does this mean? This means I think I left out one OG level. This has to be OG level. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this has to be a daily OG level. This one, definitely. This one also has to be. So, what am I now saying to you guys? Mm, prices at this point. I need to buy, right? But if taking out the lower, higher, low. So in the daily time frame, I need to see a lower high and a lower low, and then a shift. You see, at the OG level here. This is where I want to see this from. Or near the OG level somewhere there. Okay? Then we can start buying this thing. So for you to see a daily level, a daily shift, you need at least a week. What does this show you? If tomorrow you won't see anything, this means that I can't trade this pair next week. See? Uh, just like that, we've analyzed this pair. The next thing is USDJPY. This pair keeps on making higher highs only. So it still stands. We just need price to come back here and then we can buy more. Okay? Because price hasn't made any higher low for us to change our analysis. But how good would have it been if price only retested this point here and we got the break? Uh, so let's this one. Europad price is having that momentum up, but this doesn't move me unless the weekly closes above this level, which is tomorrow. I see price around this level. Yeah. So Next thing is ZBPAUD. Need price to break at this point and shift, and then we can sell. Yeah, this is what we want to see price doing. Okay, because we can only sell once price is up below this point here. This is the weekly time frame. It's still very much bearish. Okay. Maybe next week we might get that actual push we are looking for. Uh, the next thing I can see is GBP card. Price made the new high. It hasn't made any new one yet, so we are still waiting to see if we get a shift at this point. The price makes a new high, or if we get a buy if price decides to break above this level today or tomorrow. Okay, because this is our weekly high. Then the next thing is AUD USD. Uh, Price hasn't yet given us. So AUD USD and AUD uh, CAD is more of the same thing. I want to buy, but I need them to shift. Uh, USD CHF need price below this level or this level here. Okay. GBP USD, I need price taking out this low this week. Okay. That's what I need. So if it takes out this low, the good part now is we have a new lower high, which will be this point here. And if that's a new lower high, this means that we just have to wait the moment price shifts at that point, then we can go, we can. In fact, this is very interesting. Look, if price just makes a new lower low, this will be our OG level, our lower high, and this will be our lower low here. If price just decides to close at this point. Meaning the moment price breaks above this level, then we test, we are buying. Okay? After I don't know how many days we've been waiting for this pair. So it is a very nice analysis. Clean after all, wait a while. With the weight, so we can also push this one here. Mm, uh, USD, USHF. I still need to see a daily reaction there. Especially also on the forward time frame, because we've been bullish, and the daily also. I need some reaction here. We haven't yet closed bearish, bullish. We just had the retest. So expect price to move, push a bit, then it can give us that. Okay. Mm. So GBP card, uh, we are at the crossroads now. It's either price breaks above, or price breaks below. Let me do this. Yeah, this is our crossroads. Mm. Okay, so this is what we are waiting for. Price to just simply break above this level here. then we are okay for buys. Yeah, if you can remove this black thing. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm waiting for. If you can get that, my friend, I will start buying fast. So this one is a bit promising. Euro card also on the weekly time frame. If price can close above this level, we'll be buying next week. That will be also promising. This is where we are now. Uh, okay, so that's where we are. I just want to see where price will break. Uh, USDJPY. This is how we're looking on the weekly. So I can maybe push this up. GPAUD. This might maybe need a bit of waiting. Uh, this one is fine. If we can just have a weekly closing with a bullish pin bar like that, okay, that would be fine. AUD maybe we might delay on this one. The fact that we are waiting for a shift in the daily time frame. Same with AUD card. We'll be waiting for a shift in the daily time frame. But because of the way their weekly time frames are looking, if you can see, AUD card is almost taking out the higher high of this level, which is this point. Once price takes out the higher low, we start selling. GBP card, so we can put this one up and this one up. And these arounds can be dragged them back depending. This here. No, this makes sense. Mm, USD also. I didn't analyze this one. I just want to see how the day. Once the daily also just. Well, this should be open next week. Once the daily just closes below this level here, uh, yeah, this will be a very good sale. Very good sale. Trust me. Sorry. Mm, next thing is the other OG level. Ah, just a minute. So I'm just waiting for a shift there. We just get this daily shift. We are up for nice sales. Euro card, if price breaks above the weekly time frame, this one can stay. GP card, the same thing. If price breaks above that level, this will be fine. Mm, yeah, then we can just maybe push this up to this point here. So this is where the OG level, yeah, will actually make sense here. Yeah. So GPSD, the same thing. Just need price to make a lower low. I'd prefer it to happen today here. So like tomorrow we can have that rejection and making the weekly closing with a bullish candle. Yeah. Then NZD card, you see the same thing I was telling you, with the shift. So from here, you can clearly see that this one won't be traded next week. Uh, I'm quite possibly in this one. Uh, Maybe these three might remain. Then we might add two from here because all these are going the same direction. GP card, the Euro card, same direction. Euro USD, Euro and USD, GPST, different direction, right? Uh, uh, so that's the joke, but we'll see. We'll see what will happen. We'll see. So that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next session. Uh, Thank you guys for coming back and continuing from where you ended. But this is New York Open, and you can see we haven't gotten our retest at all. Uh, and so this is where we are waiting for price to come back. As you can see, price hasn't yet tested. You know, daily time frame, you can also see what price is doing. So you can see that price has kind of left us a bit, just a bit. Uh, but we still only have one option is to wait for price to come back there. And there's nothing we can do that can make us change this level. You know, price has to come back at that point. It's the only way it makes sense. Okay, then price back at this level. Would have been better if we had the retest. I mean, California would have been in this trade right now. But price never gave us an entry, so there's nothing we can do. Uh, it costs too much to be patient sometimes. But let me tell you one thing. The moment you can try to just do the opposite, or maybe you've been waiting and nothing happens, that's when price now do the exact thing you wanted and first takes you out for not sticking to your strategy, then going your way. See? The same way we are waiting for this retest here, right? Then let's say next time we just wait for after we just see this engulfing on the Asian uh the New York close because we've been too desperate for an entry. Just wait for price to pull back there like it pulled back and it enter here. I used to do this once. Can't lie to you. Now it enter when price is at that level. And then price just straight goes to the take takes us out, then makes a proper entry and then sells. you know. So that's how the market works. And sometimes when you're doing everything perfect, it won't reward you. But the second you choose to do something else, it will take you out first and then reward you with what you knew you're supposed to do, you know? And then now you question yourself when you say, only if I was just a bit patient with myself, you know, I would have enjoyed my reward. So, so that just wait, okay? Just wait. If it doesn't happen, look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 chances. Even next week, we still have these. We can make money from them, can take advantage of them. So there's nothing wrong about this. All is out. So the next thing is let's see the weekly one. Oh, if you look at the weekly, especially the week this same time frame, if we can have a close like this, then we just wait for price next week to have a small pullback here, and then we can sell. See, still the same thing. If you remember what I was telling you, since this daily, the time the daily was at this point, I told you that the moment the weekly comes back at this level, the daily rejects. They expect the week to now start making this low move like it's doing, you see? So this is the move we're supposed to experience together, but it didn't give us an opportunity. So we wait a bit, okay? Then we can join in. Mm, the next thing is DNZD. This is very nice. At least now we're finally having a weekly rejection to show us that price can now sell. Because I was very worried about this. I wasn't worried. I was just concerned that if we don't get an entry here, it's because of this weekly bullish close. So, since if we can manage to have a weekly rejection, it's a very good start that we can expect price to come back here next week and give us a buy, a sell. Okay. Especially that the 4 hour time frame has shifted. You see, this is the lower high, this is the lower low. Now it's a higher high and a higher low. You see? So price will continue making these higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And when price comes back here with that higher high, that's when now come in and finish the whole move, okay? Mhm. So that's the whole point. Here, in short, what has happened is that 4 hour move I used to show you. You see, if you want to sell, this is the 4 hour time frame. Price breaks below, but instead of you selling at this level here, you see, price breaks inside. So what do you need? You need price to break outside and retest and give you that 4 hour engulfing, you see? And that's the same thing that price is doing on the daily time frame. So these things will always repeat themselves. You see what I always tell you? And this is the exact strategy I show. I keep on showing you almost all the time. Okay. Mm. So, uh, this is what we expect now. Price to come back here, give us an engulfing. For this one, it's simple. Since price made the new lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, we just need the retest there and a continuation. You see, that's the good part with this one. This is all we need. Either it will start from this point, but this is all we need. Mm, uh, Next is GPP, Euro GPP. Remember what I was telling you that you should always wait. Price will always come back. This is the daily time for black. Yeah. And what has price done? Price has retest back to our level. You see? Yeah. This is where price has retest back from. Mm, this means that but this is not an OG level, you see? So I need it back in this zone here. But this is fine. Okay? This is completely fine. Because if you remember, it was this it was this head and shoulder pattern we're talking about. This one here. So this is the head and shoulder pattern we had, and this was the break. So the thing was we needed the retest here, but price ended up making a lower high and a lower low. You see? Meaning this is a lower higher high and a higher low because we shifted. Whereas this became a higher high, you see? So since we have this new structure, uh we can only sell when price is below this level. Because this is our higher low and this is our higher high. You see? And if you see clearly, this is not our OG level. So what does this mean? This means that we can expect price to go to push further up with a new higher high, you see? And then we can wait for that shift. Either at this point the price will even push further, then shift, and then give us that engulfing. You see? That's what I'm talking about. So now this is where we are. You see? Mm, you see? Uh, we now we can now expect a new higher low and a new higher high. Okay? So what does this mean for us? We simply wait again. But this time the good part is price has come back to our level. You know? Mm. And if you see things like this, it's because price wants to do something interesting. Since price failed to close with a strong bullish engulf in here, this might be a very good sign that price wants to retest and then sell and even break below this level. Okay? So it's a very good trade. We just have to be patient a bit. Okay. I also like the weekly time frame. It's very fine. Mm, yeah, it's fine. You can see that what the weekly wants is to break below here, but it just needs that strong push. Once price breaks below, there's a high chance of selling up to this point because all these are weak rejections. Price's real intention is this point here. So just be patient with it and we'll see what will happen. And the good part is if this price won't sell at this point, to continue making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, just like that. Then we won't get an entry here. See? Mm, next thing is, let's dig that. Oh, price has failed to retest this level, unfortunately. It has made a new lower high. It's a possible higher high. So this means the price might continue buying tomorrow. Yeah. Mm. And the one way you can buy is if price comes back here, okay? For this week. But by the look of things, we can just leave it here. But you can clearly see that you can't trade this pair. You can clearly see you can't trade for this pair. ADJPY. You can see that I need price to shift here. Um, need price to come back here and shift. And then you can start waiting for those buys. But you can see the price has so terribly, massively mm, way, way far away from our OG level. So this should just show you that this price is for next week. This also is for next week. We only have these three. And if you remember, at first I told you I would just pick these three, but for the sake of you, I added two. Because I knew why. These, uh, the way it was so far from the OG level. NZD card. Uh, Steel price hasn't made that lower low here. So it's a bit I think it's now a bit different. It's like these two might be fighting of which direction to go to. Okay. So uh uh what we just have to see is just need the forward to go bearish here. That's the one to make a new lower low. Then we'll be free with anything that will happen, okay? So that if price breaks above, we'll know what to do. You see? But now it's also difficult because 4 hour gold should shift at this level. And I don't think we have an OG level here. Yeah, Penny. Oh, yeah, we have one here. We have one here. But now, the price left it at this point was, fifth place. Um, maybe it has to be in this range. So it can make sense with these two, 1, 2, 3. Mm, uh, 1, 2, 3. The only thing I hate about this pair is the OG levels are very big. Okay, I think it should be this one. Yeah, it should be this one. This one makes more sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this one makes more sense. Yeah. So this is where price is now. Price is at another OG level. So what do we expect? If we can get that shift from this point here, yes, then we can buy. If price decides to make a new lower low from this level and then come back and shift and we test, can buy. Next week, can completely buy. Uh, but for me, I would love to buy at this point. Why? Because this level is way near to my what? My daily higher low here. Okay? That's the only reason. But it's an OG level, but it's near. So I would prefer a buying opportunity at this point. You know, if it wasn't for these US Iran war, we would have already caught these buys. It's just that the markets have changed. They are more geopolitically driven, most of them. You can see all these weeks, all these weeks. It's like price might be going this direction on the first half week. Uh, then there is like this one. This pair was supposed to retest, especially that it was at this level here. And you can see how the daily time frame was trying to retest, but it always kept on getting rejected. When during the New York session, even all this was the New York session. So you will see it's most of this is just driven because of the fear of the war. So these currency pairs have been affected a lot compared to the stocks even. Because one has to be affected though. Uh, GPUSD, you can also see I'm still waiting on that daily shift here. Then you can focus on this point. Okay. Euro USD, the same thing. Need the daily to break below so we can start selling. GP card, I need daily to weekly to daily break this level. Euro card, I need the price to close or above this line, and we can buy next week at this level. These you can see they are way far from being traded. This one, uh, Need the shift of the daily time frame here. In this one, we need the shift of the daily time frame. We need the retest of the daily time frame. We need a new higher low and a new lower low in the daily time frame. We need the retest and a break below this level. We need a daily indication that price, a weekly candle close that price wants to sell like this here. Okay, so oof, for this one, yeah, it's the same thing. Also need weekly injection. Don't know how how I can buy at this point. Yeah, it's just this level I can buy from. USD card. Maybe we can concentrate on this level next week. But then we have to also wait for the daily to shift. Mm, let me show you why. Okay, but I'll see how the the daily candle for today will close. Because price can easily change and come back here. Mm, then ZAR USD price is still selling entry for us. I'm sure people deal with let's try to speculate this in 1 minute and see what's going on. Uh, okay, price went bullish here, was making a shift. So the shift was at this point. So waiting for price to come back here. Price made the new lower low. Made the new lower low. So price was bullish. Price was bullish, meaning since price was bullish, you can only sell once price is shifted here. So we need the price to come back at that point. Then price broke below. We tested. This can be a shift, but nothing. Then price made the new lower low. So this can be a level where we can sell from. Yeah, it's the 5 minute. Yeah, the 5 minutes. Uh, price is bearish. Price is at this level. Say 30 minutes. Let's start on yeah, no, we'll start with 35 minutes. Yeah, 30. This is the 30 minutes, okay? 30 minutes is bearish, you can see. Bearish and price is at this point here. So, uh, yes, at Spinoza's price was at this level. So, uh, let's see, and the price is bearish for the next 15 minutes. Let's see, 15 minutes. Yeah, I think we can make use of 15 minutes. Price was bearish here, price went bullish. Uh, price was bullish. Price has been bullish in the 15 minutes time frame. Uh, the price made this nice and then showed that 1 minute price is at the OG level here. Where we expect price to give us a sell. Yeah, this same point here. This is the one. Okay, so price breaks above. So we have to wait for price to break below. We test and then sell. This is to be what's this? Yeah, first will be something like this. Yeah. Uh, 15 minutes is bullish. Uh, this is the higher low. This is the higher high. So 15 minutes is bullish, but 30 minutes is bearish. So if you're catching for buys, maybe this can be an OG level. You can look for buys. Uh, yeah, you see, given the price broke above, we tested, no engulfing, broke below. Waited for break above, we tested, no engulfing. Came back here, came back to this point, no engulfing, broke above, tested, no engulfing. Still it's broken above. So, uh, uh, maybe you can enter on price two times back here, gives one engulfing. But me, I was only interested in down in that price. Yeah. Mm. The price has taken us out, so we are back bullish. So since the 1 minute is bullish, the 15 minutes is bullish, now we can look for a buy here. Let's see if price respect this the way here. Okay. Because the 15 minutes also just at that break below an rejection, then buy. This is what we're looking for. The 1 minute time frame. Wow. Yeah, but that's something I can do, but price seems not to be coming back here, so I'll just close it here. Okay. But one day we'll try to catch another together. But anyway, uh, that's the point.